All right, guys, three option plays right now that we can do for tomorrow's session. So let's get started. Okay, let's look at the S&P 500. What a day, rising 0.44% as we close above this key resistance area of 451.41. It has been said before that SPY is the original meme stock, and I think that's super true because look at this strength. It just refuses to go lower. Okay, so let's look at the daily chart. This has broken our target of 451 with amazing strength. Just unbelievable. No sellers here as we see on the hourly chart. As soon as this EMA cloud turned green, we have just been riding this wave and it's gone through this resistance with no pause. If we look at the Heikin Ashi candles, which show the trend a little bit better, this is on Friday. We can see right here, this is just a relentless uptrend. And even on the close there, this was showing that there was no weakness. There was no closing above this diagonal trend line. And again today, we have a move higher above this key resistance area. This last candle is a little bit bearish, so we can expect some short-term weakness. Perhaps we come down here, or we come back and test this trend line, and then we resume higher. Any weakness in this, we are buying calls. And guys, we will be buying the 450 calls expiring this Friday. As soon as we see this dip, we're going to go ahead and buy these calls because any weakness in SPY this week especially, there's just a lot of buyers. Okay, so we want to lead into that strength. Going on the 15-minute, again, we can see we really want to ride these Heikin Ashi candles, and as soon as we see these candles with no lower wick and this EMA cloud turn green, we are just riding this wave until we start to see some bearish candles show up, and we see these bearish candles showing up indicating trend change. Here they showed up again, so you could have taken profits here, or you could have taken profits here. Again, you could have probably taken profits here as well, and this was the on Friday session, but you would have gotten the major move, and then the Monday session goes up. We see this massive green candle completely overtaking this doji here, and again we are riding this wave to the top. And this is the 15-minute time frame, but always go to the higher time frame and make sure that it is confirming. Okay, moving on to the Nasdaq. Wow, this is just on fire. Let's look at the normal candles here. We are just it's insane. I can't believe it. We are heading into some major resistance here, but a super strong day for the Nasdaq, 1.12%. Absolutely unbelievable. If you look at the Heikin Ashi candles on the daily, again, no sign of stopping. Okay, let's look at the 4-hour, even more bullish, guys. If we see this candle with no lower wick, we can step in and buy. We are buyers here. Here we can take profit. We are unsure. Here, again, we are unsure. But this candle, we are very sure, and we can ride this move up. And here, let's look at the 1-hour chart for better. Here, we take profits, right? This is unsure, unsure, unsure. Okay, this is a little bit bearish, a little bit bearish. Even more unsure because we still have a lower wick. Boom, boom. Here, this is our entry point, and this is 9:30 a.m. on the Friday close, and we are just continuously holding on and buying. Just incredible. On the 15-minute chart, we can see that this is all buying, buying, buying. Here, a little bit unsure. Perhaps we come back down here. If we come back down here and test this 50 period on the 15-minute, and even around the 377, we are buying QQQ calls, 380 strike expiring this Friday. Guys, any weakness in the Nasdaq, we are buying it up because it is just so strong. Okay, moving on to IWM. This is not as strong as the other two. Look, there's weakness here. This is a major resistance. It failed. It tried to break above it, did not pass through, and we are lower. Let's look, and this green crowd looks like it's about to turn red. We might see a sell-off. I think we're going to test 223 before we zoom higher. This is a speculative one. I don't recommend. If you're super risky, what you can do is when it comes back down here to test, you can look for this bounce up again here. You can buy short-dated calls because the market is just super strong. So short-term weakness, buy it, take profit there. Looks like the 15-minute chart. Again, indecision. Here, once we see this one, we can kind of step in, but this is just not looking good. Okay, let's look at the Heiken Ashi. Again, on the 15-minute, not looking good. We are headed down here. On the daily looks good, to be honest, but if you look at the 4-hour, some indecision showing up, and then we go to the smaller time frames. Yes, lots of indecision. We are probably headed down here. Okay, so how are we going to play this IWM? We are buying the IWM calls, 225 strike. If it hits here, again, if it hits up here, we are buying the puts. I'm in the 223 puts expiring September 17th. I'm going to ride that out till expiry, okay? Because I have faith. I think that next week we're going to have a major market sell-off and IWM is going to tank compared to the other indices. Okay, guys, I just want to tell you guys how stupid I am and how I lost $10,000 this morning. Okay, so let's look at the Apple. Let's look at Apple here. Okay, let's look at the daily. Let's look at the normal candles. We were above the 20-day moving average. So this morning, I'm in the bathroom. I'm getting ready for the day. I'm half asleep and I wake up and I'm like, oh wow, Apple is just below 150. Let's buy some Apple puts because surely it's going to come down and test the 50-day moving average. We are into heavy resistance. Look, it's tried so many times and it's failed. It surely must fail again. But guys, this is thinking was completely opposite to what's true. We know it's an old adage, and I was having a brain aneurysm. I don't even know what I was thinking. The more time something gets tested, the more likely it is for it to break through. Just because something has been rejected multiple times, that actually has more evidence that it's going to break through next time, not less evidence like I was thinking. Anyways, it was also completely the wrong play because if you look at the Heiken Ashi, okay, first 15 minutes, boom. Guys, this is above the green EMA. This is so bullish. Even in the next 30 minutes, because I doubled down. Once it broke here, I'm like, there's no way. There is no way Apple is going to hold. It's going to come back down. And I was stubborn and I doubled down. But again, we have two green, massive, no lower wick, no lower wick. This momentum is huge. Look at it. It's not even beginning to pause. But I doubled down, and that was led me to a $10,000 loss, unrealized. So we could still make it back. The expiry is September 17th. I'm holding those till expiry because I do expect a September sell-off, but huge mistake. And again, I'm buying puts on a company that's above the 20-day moving average. So guys, takeaway is always think about what could go wrong in your trades and look at the evidence. Don't get emotional because this was pure emotion. And the thing is, don't just go in your head and say, it's going to go high. It's going to go, we're going to just bust through. It's going to get rejected, whatever. Don't just say, literally write down your reasons. Think of your trading terminal as a judge, jury, and executioner, and you are the lawyer. You have to bring up evidence. And if your evidence is that, oh, my gut is telling me, well, your gut is often wrong in trading. You have to look at the evidence. You have to look at what the chart is telling you. This is the vote of 1 million people. You're just one person. 1 million versus one. Who's going to win? It's the million. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your night.